Good morning again, good afternoon, good evening to those who found us in the breakout rooms. I hope you got to meet one person that you've not met before in Heifer and to know one fun fact about them. I hope you enjoyed that exercise, and let me know if we should be doing this in future brown bags. But now on to our agenda for today. So the focus today is a brown bag on market systems development approach. You may have heard about it before. Probably in your country, you're also doing something about it. And we realize that there's a lot happening, and it's important that we get to hear the experiences of different countries. And we'll be doing a series of these brown bags on market systems approach, but focusing on different countries. But to start us off, we have Cambodia and Nigeria that will be speaking about what is happening in their countries. And this is our agenda for the day. So we've just done the little bit of introduction there. And next we'll hear from Cambodia, followed by Nigeria. They'll each have 15 minutes to just set the scene, let us know a bit about their countries and what value chains they're focusing on and the lessons that they've learned so far. Then after that, we'll separate into two groups where we'll have the speaker from Nigeria and the speaker from Cambodia, and we can engage with them a little bit more on what they'll have presented. We can ask questions and get clarification and just have a nice little discussion in a small group. Then we'll come back to plenary and have our key takeaways. So I would like to invite our speakers for the day, Sareth and Lokan, to just introduce themselves, and then I'll hand it over to Sareth to do the first presentation for 15 minutes. So we start with Lokan to do the introduction, so that when Sareth, you do your introduction, then you can give us your presentation.
Okay, thank you, Esther, and a great job you're doing. And thank you everyone for coming, and good afternoon, good morning, or evening, wherever you may be. My name is Lekon Tobe. I am the Interim Country Director for Heifer in Nigeria, and I'm happy to be here, and I will be presenting for us. Thank you.
Great. So I can start. Good evening, everyone. I'm Nhem Sareth. I'm the country director of Heifer Cambodia. I joined Heifer in 2020. It's 3 years right now. And I'm so happy today, and especially thank to Esther, the Global Knowledge Manager, for offering the great opportunity to Heifer to talk about and sharing the market system development. We will walk you through what Heifer doing and what is the challenge. I will talk about 3 things today. Esther, you will share the screen, or I will share the screen? I can share the screen, right? I don't hear you. I think I share the screen. Is it okay?
Okay, that's fine. That's fine, Sareth, if you prefer to share your screen.
Okay. You see my screen, everyone?
Yes, yeah, I can see you.
Thank you. We do.
Great.
Okay.
I will talk about 14 today's walk you through what Heifer's doing about market systems approach. We will talk about strategy to market approach. Second, we will talk about what are the challenges. And the third, I'm talking about the lesson learned and also the solutions, what Heifer team is working to support farmer to build a strong market system. Look at these pictures. Easton, please stop me if I reach to 60 minutes, okay? This is the agenda that I will talk tonight. I begin with the strategy to market systems. Like what you have seen, we're talking about at Heifer's, everyone understand we are working on to improve personal transformation and economic transformation. When we're talking about economic transformation, we talk about market system. We want to make sure that what we support today, we build the capacity of farmer, then they will have ability to produce mass productions, and then they will have agri-product sell to the market. Then they will get revenues, and then they can compete with the private sectors. This is the strategies of Heifer, from strengthen the capacity of cooperative. Then we go to mobilize resource and investment capital, and then we use that investment to scale up the agri productions and make sure that it will profitability to the farmers, and then we focus on enhanced market system and then distribution. For the market systems, we have to make sure that our farmers are able to produce with high standards. They produce what market demands, and in the same times we have to make sure that farmers, they should own enterprise facilities, right? They should own the asset, and those asset and enterprise facility can have them to increase more production, and then they will own inclusive food systems. But in the same time, they cannot achieve that ultimate goal unless they build a strong partnership, either with private sectors, government, and the banks. That is the strategies of Heifer. If you look at in the middle, the column number 2, permanent impacts, what we're trying to do is that we establish APEC body, and the APEC body is the parent, is the company of cooperative, and in the same time we invest a lot in value chain infrastructures, as you have seen here, for poultry, vegetable, solar irrigation, and also in collecting centers and then transport vehicle. And we believe this investment will of course ensure the permanent impact at the field. For the investing for impact, Heifer we categorize from scale, permanent impact, and partnership. And if you go to the permanent impact, normally this section is about mass production. It is about transform farmer from what they use the traditional agriculture to a modernization. I mean to the modern agricultures, right? So we understand collecting center is the business hub for the cooperative. We understand that a cooperative, they should own the enterprise facilities. Then they will have more ability to produce, and then this investment will motivate, encourage farmer to produce more and better than what they have done in the last 10 or 20 years. So for Heifers, we focus only 4 agri commodities. We begin with poultry, and then we begin with vegetable. So we have 2 synergy programs in Cambodia, poultry and vegetable, and we also have additional value change. We call it fish. And then fruit. When we're talking about fruit, we focus only yellow flesh watermelon and sweet watermelon, and we do the market analysis, and we the market say that this sweet watermelon and yellow flesh watermelon is a premium fruit, and then it's so expensive, and then the farmers, of course, they can earn a lot of revenue from the sector of business. Currently, Heifer, we are implementing our livestock and vegetable project in 14 provinces out of 25 in Cambodia, as you have seen the map here. Okay. I believe you have seen this value chain infrastructures many times either in Coral or in the Asia's meeting or at the global meetings. This is the poultry value chain. What we try to do, as you have seen from the chain 1 to chain 3 and chain 2 and chain 3, it is about build capacity, transform farmer to be entrepreneur, and then they will focus on food safety and hygienic chicken meat, and then what we try to do is that from chain number 4 to chain number 5 is about market system. So today's topic is about how we build market system. we do the market analysis, we recruit the consultancy to help us to understand the economic analysis on chickens and then the market demands and the price and the cost for a chicken business. And we have this strong recommendation and findings, and we design this poultry project. It is 6.7 million USD for this project, and it will be end in 2026, and it will be, we are working now to design PP&P phase 2 because of this project right now is benefit a lot to our farmer. Mainly the main goal of this project is to invest in the mass productions and then transform farmer to be entrepreneurs. And those entrepreneurs will become the role model for Farmer A. As you have known, for Farmer A in Heifer, they are living under poverty line. We have to bring the Farmer A to Farmer B, and then from Farmer B to Farmer C, and then our mission will be achieved, because of those farmers will achieve the sustainable living incomes. This is the second value chain. Like what I said, vegetable value chain is one of the biggest project in Cambodia. As you have seen the 3 columns. So the first column we're focusing on to build the capacity of farmers to utilize the smart agricultures for vegetable productions. And in the second column, what we're trying to do is that we're focusing on creating storage, packaging, labeling, and those textile of enterprise facilities will be owned by CAC, and it will be owned by 18 golden cooperative. And the third column, it is about market systems. And in the same times, we also identify the potential elements that can have farmer to collect and then distribute agri product from the farm to the table. Here, I try to focus on transport vehicle and the market system. So let's talk about the challenge. What are the challenge talking about a market system in Cambodia? So look, we have to understand that farmer, they want to produce, but they don't have working capital. So we try to talk about access to finance at the farmer level, cooperative level, and the APEC body level. We understand farmer have a limit capacity to access to finance because of the bank need collateral, right? The investors, they need a farmer who have skill, who have abilities. And in the same time, cooperative, they don't have sufficient capacity to develop business plan by themselves that can have them to leverage resources from other banks, from other donors. They just provide a very simple business services to their members, but they don't have a chance to focus on like a big business scale. And in the same time, limitation of engagement, between cooperative and private sectors when they're talking about contract farming, those type of things is still a common issue at the for the market system development in the country. And more importantly is about the bank in Cambodia. Normally, they rarely provide loan to the cooperative level. In Cambodia, cooperative is so young, it's so new. Cambodia just enacted the law in 2013, and in 2015 in Cambodia, cooperative has started developed by different NGO, like Heifer Cambodia. We established cooperative in 2015 until today. So let's say less than 7 years or 10 years. It's very new compared to cooperative in other countries. And then we're talking about the challenge related to access to relate to the access to markets. Farmers, they face difficulty in identifying the right value chain that market needs. They just want to grow vegetable like what they have grow in the last 10 or 20 years. They don't understand about the market demand, because the market, a premium market, normally they need a premium agri product. They need premium vegetable to the market. And in the same time, they are not able to produce mass production for market. They just like produce 1 kg a day or 2 kg a day. But buyer normally they want to buy 1 ton or 2 tons a day, example, and then they don't have ability to do that. And then high cost production, low trust on contract farming, no commercial farms owned by cooperative, transportation at the farmer level, cooperative level. There are a lot of issues that we need to think, and then we need to address that challenge. And then how we can, Heifer team, how we can support farmers is that we design country finance inclusion strategies, how we can bring resources, how we can support farmers to leverage resources and put their matching in cash investment with heifers, with the banks, with donors, and then we try to support them, facilitate access to finance to producers, facilitate linkage with the input suppliers, support farmers to be entrepreneurs. And then we're talking about how the working capital can be utilized to promote agri-tech in the value chain, establish APEC body, invest in cheap hydrogen enterprise, those type of things. It will be generated by replicate the country finance inclusion strategy. Because of this strategy is how to bring money, how to build a strong 4P model platform to bring more investment, impact investor to support our cooperative, right? Especially like in the last column, we're talking about a partnership is so important that we need to identify the right buyers, the right banks that can support our farmer rather than think about collateral. We need to identify those buyers, those private sector who are focusing on social enterprise rather than just revenues. Let me walk you through about the solutions at Heifer, what we try to do. So there are two functions here. What we try to explain is that we talk about supply side and demand. So the supply side, we refer to the farmers, and demand side, we refer to the buyers, the consumers. And then we have like two layers to think about. Two aspects is about supporting functions and then the rule. So at the supply side, what farmers try to do is that they have to produce standard agri product for market. That is very clear. Everyone needs farmer to have the ability to supply the standard product. And in the same time, for supporting functions, what farmers need is that they need to have value chain infrastructures. They need net house, they need solar irrigation, they need collecting centers, they need transport vehicle, they need input, they need market information. We have to make sure that our program team, the country team, we have to build this stronger and stronger day by day for the supply side. For demand side, what we try to do is that buyers, they need to think about not only purchasing agri product from farmers, but we try to bring the resources from buyers to be able to have farmer in terms of improve their skill, utilize the advanced technologies, and then they provide related services, and then they have to build a strong contract farming together with the farmers. For the element of inclusive business model, as you have seen, we have three aspects here. We have to make sure that farmers are capable, they have skill capacities, and then buyers, they are willing to buy what farmer they produce. And then enabling environments, we're talking about the mechanism that government provide support services to the farmers, and then make sure that we have sufficient policies, rule regulation to make a great environment between buyers and the farmers. So the solution number 3, what we try to do is that we identify 18 golden cooperative out of 52 under Heifer support. These 18 golden is the futures of farmer, is the futures of Heifer. We produce this book, we design this book, and then we give it to the bank, we give to the donors, we give to the private sectors, and then each page, they talk about the summary of the cooperative. Like here, you have seen here number 1, Kasikor Private Cooperative. You will see the asset, the collecting centers, agri-commodity, the contact person of the chairman of cooperative. You will see the infrastructures, product. So when buyers and then donors, they have this book and then they open it, they understand, they can access all information of our cooperative. So 18 golden is the biggest opportunity, and we can leverage 1.10 million USD for the mass production. That is the our solution. Solution number 4, what we try to do is that we establish APEC body. At Heifers, we call CACs, Social Entrepreneur Union of Agriculture Cooperative. And we believe CAC will help Heifer to achieve the goal of sustainable local development, to own the inclusive food system and agri enterprise. You have seen my picture with the chairman of the CAC. We are behind us is the land area. They just bought 3.5 hectare. And then this land will be used for commercial vegetable farm and poultry farm. And SEAC, what they try to do is that they want to make sure farmers use innovative technology in agricultural production and trade collectively, right, to achieve competitiveness in the market and operate the inclusive enterprise towards sustainable ownership and sustainable living income. This is the vision of SEAC, because of the like what I said, they are the parents of the cooperative. They are the fathers of the farmers, and they will own large-scale enterprise. They will play the private sector role in terms of packaging, processing, and then they will own a large scale of enterprise facilities. As you have known, at the end of the day, what Heifer trying to do is about economic transformations, and who will own those facilities? It is not Heifer, it is the farmer. So let's say whether farmer can own large scale of business, the answer is very hard to answer, but we have to form a strong legal entity that can represent farmers. This is the vision of, this is the strategic plan of SEAC. Number one is strength and capacity, and then number two is mobilize resources, and number three is talking about scale production and then improve market system. And SEAC, they will own the enterprise like what I have said, and in the same time SEAC, they will provide working capital to their member. Who are the member of SEAC? Is the cooperative and they're the member of the cooperative. The solution number 5, I'm talking about investing in value chain infrastructures. So we have to make sure that every investment of Heifer, after project end, farmers should own some value chain enterprise. If not, they will just go back to what they have done in the last 20 years. Cooperative, they need to own those type of things because of it will be a great motivation to their member. It will attractive to donors, and it will they will have ability to strengthen their good governance. Like you have seen here, we having the pictures in front of the collecting centers, Mienche community collecting centers, and now they upgrade the selling chicken. They sell input supply. They also use their collecting center as the business hub. Okay. Also, what we try to do is that SEAC will own the poultry abattoir, a large-scale abattoir. I use this picture. I took this picture by myself in US when I was in US last year. I used the word example, not yet happened in Cambodia, but we want to make sure that poultry abattoir will be established in Cambodia, and then commercial vegetable farm here, it will be owned by SEAC. That is the plan. And in the same time, we also invest a lot in chicken business at the farmer level and the cooperative level. You have seen here, our farmer right now become like this, and then transport vehicle like this thing, we have invest a lot. We also invest in the climate smart agricultures. I'm talking about solar irrigation, water pump stations that can help farmer to increase, vegetable production. This is the achievements from personal transformation, market system, and then economic transformation. You have seen these pictures, right? The lesson learned is we divide into 5 categories. I'm talking about farmer level, then cooperative, SEAC, contract farming buyers, and government level. And we are very clear, those who work for Heifer, we understand the farmer face difficulty in identifying the right value chain. They just grow what they want to grow, but they don't study about market demand, and Heifer need to support them. And most farmers, they are subsistent. They do subsistence farming. Now we have to transform them to be entrepreneurs. We have to support them to produce mass production for market, right? That is the principle of Heifer. Cooperative level, the business plan, productions plan, of course, can help them to attract more investment, more investor, more banks, more donors. If we have that, more impact investor will go to them. Without business plan, without productions plan, it's just nothing. It's just nothing. So I talk to my team, make sure this happens. Number 2 is cooperative transform itself to own the farms. They just provide business like a normal way. But for this time, it is not only provide input supply. They have to own the business by themselves, and then their producers, their member will see their good model, and then they will become a good entrepreneur. The same like cooperative. Lack of working capital for itself and their member, lack of skill and lack of transport vehicle at the cooperative level, and this is not, you know, whenever we cannot address this problem, farmers will be not change, right? And then SIAC level, we understand that at the end of the day, farmer, they need to have like a big alliance, a big parents. I mean, like who can represent them at the national level, at the market, at the global level. So we recruit the legal consultant last 3 years to identify if we want to support farmer to own a large scale enterprise, poultry enterprise, who will own. Then we spent about 5 months, and finally we come up with the idea that, okay, why not we create SIAC? Okay, and then we identified the best cooperative out of 52. They group together and then form the APEC body. And we understand that if we create it fully supported by government and attractive to donor and to the bank. And our plan is that SIAC need to leverage at least $4 million USD to run 5 business: commercial vegetable farm, poultry enterprise, fruit farms, and also invest in the working capital for their members. We need $4 million USD generate for SIAC. And also SIAC, like what I have said, SIAC will be the source of working capital to the cooperative, and then they will own a large scale business enterprise. For the contract farmings, also it's good lesson learned that we have to understand. We understand that both sides are lack of market information and limitation of buyer to provide services to farmers. I mean, both sides, who are they? Buyers and the cooperative. They're lacking, they don't know each other's, right? Market price fluctuation, lack of financing mechanism to link contract farmings. We don't have that setting, and recently for this year, the whole year, we build a very strong 4P model with Feed the Future, USAID, and Heifer Cambodia. Feed the Futures, they provide grant to private sector, and in private sector, they have mandatory to purchase back from heifer farmers, and some private sector who receive grant from harvestery, they provide input supply to our cooperative and farmers. We want to make sure that this financial mechanism will be exist and then continue its journey for the following years. Government itself in Cambodia, what we have seen, and also the lesson learned, is that enabling environment for market system is not very functional. They're just in the policies, right? And we try. I'm so happy today. Today the Prime Minister appoint heifer as one of the national council of the cooperative development in Cambodia, and then in the subdegree of the government they assign Nhem Sareth. I'm so happy. So in Cambodia, heifer, only one international organization has been assigned by government to take lead on the cooperative development in Cambodia. I'm so happy. Lack of national budget reserve for cooperative and APEC body. Yes, of course, they create a lot of cooperative in Cambodia, but the government, they don't have national budget for that things. And again, heifer alone, we cannot achieve the market systems. We need a lot of support, fundings, collaboration for 4P model. What we try to group here is the donors, partner that we can consult him with, and also the investors in the countries. Thank you so much, Eastern. That's all from my side.